Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Elden Ring. Let's continue. Alright, so some beetles that we can take advantage of. And that guy. Ow. Hate everything you represent. You're gonna leap. I hit you at least. And then you hit me for a lot, because you were stupidly aggressive. Yep. Yep. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, let me see what I'm facing. Yeah, so you can try to mount, but good luck. I mean, it kind of worked. Alright. It did help. Hate everything about that. So yeah, even with the dash, he's able to home in on you. You got me. Okay, go ahead and do your jump. Yep, yep. Uh-huh. Here he comes again. Okay. No, you're coming. Get over here. Are you kidding me with that bullshit? Yeah. So, magic has its issues sometimes. Highly mobile targets. And unless you have a significant amount of poise, you're probably not going to be able to endure the punishment that comes your way. Alright, the good news is we dealt with him. Everything else in comparison will be much easier. There's also a pack of wolves that were patrolling. Thankfully, we didn't aggro them. Fighting them actually would not have been as bad. I was actually tempted to go and find them and come back, because killing them would have gotten me a charge back. Okay, I can one-shot you. Yeah, yeah. And you're dead. Alright, so got some resources back. We also picked up a Somber 5 just a moment ago. Some Beast Bloods. So yeah, those red wolves are kind of normal enemies now. Kind of just mini boss tier. Usually they don't drop anything besides Beast Blood, which is unfortunate. So that's even more reason why you're almost better off just never fighting them and avoiding them. I think I fought 2 on my personal playthrough, and then I just started avoiding them if I ever saw them again. It was just not worth the trouble. Ah, you're up there. I think we have this place just about cleared. Oh, did not see you there. Get off of me. So we'll drink. Might as well pop this. Hey, got 2 back. That's good. Alright. Alright. Okay, we got all of them. Gives you even gives you a little message to let you know. Alright, so up here is a grace. That will lead us to more stuff. So I guess the ultimate question is, do I fight with what I got? Sure, why not? We have full cerulean flask, so that's all I really care about. Don't know if I actually looked around here. Trina Lily. Okay. Let's go fight a boss again. Did miss a few things. Ghost Gloveworts. Nice. Another gold rune. Fireproof dried liver. Alright. Well, you can probably guess what we're going to be fighting. Starts with Mu, ends in Oos. Alright. Again, purely optional to do this, but we're going to do it. Alright, for this fight, yeah, I'm just going to stick with the same summon. Okay. So, Regal Ancestor Spirit. He's a bit more mean. He also teleports. Did you know that? He goes all the way over there. Hope you like it. And there's animals everywhere too. Don't know how I avoided that. Gotcha. Okay. I'm happy that went fast. Remembrance of the Regal Ancestor. And we got 24,000 runes for it. Okay. So, I did kill him really quick. Thankfully, fighting him usually was a lot more painful because he likes to just hop around everywhere. He will actually eat the spirit animals that are around and use it to heal himself. I don't really know how exactly it worked. It was just something I noticed on my personal playthrough. I'm not sure when or how it triggers, but he did do that, and it was a bit annoying. But yeah, not too bad, especially since I went in there not fully charged. Okay, we did get an item, so let's read it. Okay. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Yeah. Alright, ancestral spirits exist as a phenomenon beyond the purview of the earth tree. Life sprouts from death as it does from birth. Such is the way of the living. Okay, so we can go back if we want to, or I'm just going to teleport back. Yes, I know I can use the menu. I'm not going to. And I also have enough to level up, so let's do that while I'm at it. Level up. Okay, 55 int. Soon I'll actually be able to cast the spells I've been getting. Hello. Alright, no new equipment. And then the Remembrance, you can get the Spirit Horn, which makes it so you restore FP upon defeating enemies. You only get like 3 FP per kill, so it's really not that good. And then the Winged Great Horn, which I guess is the Great Axe we've been seeing around every once in a while, has high strength and dex requirements. A unique horn in which the power of the ancestral spirits fiercely dwell. This long wing-shaped specimen is wielded as a weapon of spirit worship. In the ancestral spirit worshipping faith, these are considered envoys' wings, made to reap the lives of beings which experience no sprouting. Unique skill, Soul Stifler. Raise the Great Horn's wings to summon a soul-sapping miasma. Enemies in the affected area will temporarily suffer from reduced defense. Nothing we want. Alright. So, with that, we don't ever need to do anything in this area again. So instead, we're going to go to Ancestral Woods here. So far, we haven't found anything that's a quote-unquote artifact or treasure of Necron yet. So, let's go this way. So yeah, if you beyond this, you're not going to be able to be mounted. Alright. Everyone's favorite thing. Going along rooftops. Hey, look. Fancy statue. Nothing in that direction. Way too far for us to survive the fall. And then jump here. Rejuvenating boluses. We've gotten those before. Alright. Alright, item up there. Broken statue there. Alright, up here, you can get a rune arc. So, Silver Tears, some of them will actually do what the boss did and become some sort of humanoid that they apparently encountered at some point. So that thing's aggro to us now. So we got that to look forward to. That jump is... Yep, you're thinking about it? You jumped a bit too soon, but I don't want to risk it either. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. I mean, it looks like it is possible. I can see the bloodstain there. That kind of shows it. There's also stuff all the way over there, too. Are you serious? Am I going to actually attempt this? I mean, I don't have anything to lose, really. Yeah, you can't, no horse here, so. There you go, made it. Celestial Dew. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention what Celestial Dew is for. That's our second one, I believe. I believe it's in key items. Yep. Carry out absolution at the Church of Vows. So if you ever like accidentally aggro things or kill people, you can essentially it's considered sinning, and if you want to get absolution from that sin and undo the aggro, and possibly bring back, like, I think it may even bring back spirit forms of the NPCs so you can continue their quest lines. You can use these at the Church of Vows. A hidden tier found in the Eternal City, also known as a Night tier, allows one to carry out an absolution of the Church of Vows, reversing all antagonizations. Once upon a time, the stars of the night sky guided fate, and this is a recollection of those times. So we got that going for us. Nothing of note there. Alright. So, neat little item. Not really necessary unless you're one of those people that just wants to beat the tar out of every NPC they happen to find. Death ahead. Hey, I can see the spirit jumping. Alright, this jump's gonna be trickier. Got it. Silver tier husk. And literally nothing else. That was not worth it. Not worth the risk anyway. Okay. Whew, that was a iffy jump. I think the silver tier that was an archer killed herself. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I got a Facebook message and then that happened. Okay. Alright, you're coming to say hello? What do you got for me this time? Aren't you tough? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just a naked person with a mace. Alright, at least it got refreshed. I'm gonna go ahead and drink just to get that refreshed as well. Whew. Alright. Alright, so over here. Gold rune 7. Something about a butterfly, don't care. First off up, then try range battle. Alright, give me a second. Oh, cancel that. Yeah, give me a second. Alright. So, up back here. Oh yeah, butterflies. Got it. Okay, so we'll try to make this jump here. Look carefully. It's just telling me to look carefully. I don't know why. It says go up, then try range battle, but there's not really a reason for me to do that. There really isn't. God, that frame rate stutter while I'm jumping is unpleasant. Up. Dock required ahead. Okay. So, we go across here, and that puts us in this area. Okay. And you can do a few things. Try target lock. So yeah, boulders. I mentioned that they can be killed. Like this one. Oh, dead. Oh, look, a buddy. Haha. Whee! And you're dead. Anyone else? Alright, pretty happy with that result. I'll pop this just in case. Black Wet Blade. Okay. So the Black Wet Blade. Black Wet Blade with a cipher engraved. When applying an affinity using physical or occult type ashes of war, an additional affinity of poison, blood, or occult can be chosen. Oh, hello, Beetle. What's up? You can try to run. I was already maxed. Liar. Indeed you are. Okay. See a bad guy there. Stone Sword Key. Should only be one of you, right? Yep, just one. Excuse me, sir. Or ma'am. Oh, you have gloating eyes, too. Nearly 2,000 runes from that. And then this can be opened. This gets you access to Mimic Tear Ashes. It was ridiculously powerful when the game came out, and then they nerfed the damage, but the thing is still ridiculously tanky still. So it's definitely top tier. It's definitely one of the best ashes. Essentially, it functions just like the Mimic Tear boss. When you summon it, it will become you, and will have everything that you have. So, if you happen to be a dual-wielding guy that's using giant hammers or Dawn's blades or whatever, what you summon will be you with those weapons. So in my case, when whatever I summon will have the sword and the staff, and then and all the sorceries I have attached to it. Mimic Tear Ashes, the other thing to note is it doesn't use FP, which is great for anyone that doesn't actually use the mind stat, and it instead uses up health. Legendary Ashen Remains, used to summon a Spirit of a Mimic Tear, consumes HP rather than FP. The spirit takes the form of the summoner to fight alongside them, but its mimicry does not extend to imitating the summoner's will. Mimic Tears are the result of an attempt by the Eternal City to forge a Lord. Alright then. So if we become a Lord now, we'll have two. It's always nice to have a spare. Okay, ladder going down. Oh, descend normally. Bunch of these weird ass bodies. Alright. So, the boulder drops a larval tear. Nox Monk's Greaves. Greaves worn by the monks of the Eternal City. Long ago, the Nox invoked the ire of the Greater Will and were banished deep underground. Now they live under a false night sky in eternal anticipation of their liege, of the coming age of the stars and their Lord of Night. Okay. I knew it. Apparently you can do weird mist stuff. I did not know you can. I don't know what that mist stuff does. I'm assuming it does sleep. Well, it was broken when I got here. Alright, done here. Nothing to drop down there, so we're just going to go over here. To the land of 1,000 mimic tears. We can spirit summon if we want. Not going to yet. I am going to go ahead and sit here just for potential dialogue. There isn't any. Okay, we're almost to a level up, but not quite. Okay, summoning pool active. Alright. Let's kill everybody. So some of these will transform. So if I can kill them from a distance before they transform, they'll make my life a lot easier. They can change into a lot of things. Various humanoids of various weapons and fighting styles. And I think one of them even turns into a giant. Because of course they do. Just short. Better. Pop one of these. Gold rune 7. Alright. Underneath the bridge thing, there isn't anything. Celestial do if we... Now we can screw up 3 times. Alright, over here, nothing special. Go ahead and say hi to the mimic tier. Alright. Apparently that was not the entire group. Soft cotton, we've gotten before. Softens footsteps and slow falls. Okay, nothing here. No item ahead, thank you. A portal that I don't remember where it goes. Alright, I think we've actually reached the end. That's actually really good. Okay, yeah, we're done. We just need to go grab the item. Finger Slayer Blade, and then a Great Ghost Glovewort. Alright, so... Strengthens Renowned Ashes to +10. A spirit nestles close to the grand specimen. Since times of old, large gloveworts were used to comfort heroic spirits, given in tribute to those who died the most glorious of deaths, in hopes that their stories would become legend. And then we also got... is it that one? No, it's the Finger Slaying Blade. Hidden treasure of the eternal city of Necron, a blade said to have been born of a corpse. This blood-drenched fetish is proof of the high treason committed by the eternal city and symbolizes its downfall. It cannot be wielded by those without a fate, but is said to be able to harm the greater will and its vassals. Okie dokie. So, I'm going to go ahead and replace you with that. We're going to take the portal. I think it's just going to take us to a previous area we've been to. Yes, it does. Takes us all the way back to here. That's actually kind of useful, but not anything I need. Alright. with that, we're gonna go. Let's do Table of Lost Grace first. I want to level up the Mimic, because we'll definitely be using it. Because what's better than having one spellcaster, but having two? Granted, Mimic, the AI will pick probably the worst spells, much like our opponent did. And it's a very expensive upgrade. Yeah, quite a bit. But it's +5 now. Alright. With that, let's go ahead and head on over. Oh, Ronnie, are you awake?
Ah, it was thee, not blithe it seemeth. Even in my slumber I sensed it. It is in thy possession, is it not? The hidden treasure of Nokron. My thanks. Finally all the pieces are in place. Soon must I begin my journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread. Ah, but before I leave, I must entrust thee with this. Take it.
Carrion inverted statue.
My discarded flesh lieth beyond the seal unlocked by it, upon which is carved the curse mark of thy desire. I can fathom what thy purpose might be. Neither of us is welcomed by the brighter path. I see. You may leave now. It was but brief, but thou gavest me fine service. What is it? Thy purpose in approaching me was to obtain the curse mark, was it not? You may leave now. I too am to depart on a journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread.
Alright. So... I'm gonna go sit on the Grace. And we'll see if she's still there when we go up there. She is not here. Not sure why Grace is here, though. Now, what's kind of neat... well, actually, I know why the Grace is here. Because the Grace will point you in a direction. And it's pointing us to that tower there. Alright. So, we got essentially a key to go to... this tower. We could have gone to this tower sooner and done part of it. That's optional. And then there's the option to invert it, and then that will lead you to eventually getting the cursed mark, which is what, of course, Rogier is looking for. So we will eventually go over there, but that's not my primary objective. Right now, anyway. I wonder what she would do if you were part of her service, not because of Rogier, because I don't know what I don't know if she'll just give you the thing anyway, be like, hey, go check out this curse mark. But it is what it is. So, as always, I'm going to go ahead and say hello to Selvis to see if he has anything else to say. He probably doesn't. But we can pay him a visit. I can already see it from all the way from here. Oh no! He died. Get his bell bearing, his big hat, his long gown, his gloves, his trousers. And if you examine him, you can actually spend Starlight Shards to buy some of the stuff he can provide. He can provide spirits, essentially, which are puppets. So yeah, I don't know the details because I've never actually bothered going down a storyline, but I believe the potion, if I had fed it to Nephili, I believe it would actually kill her or put her in a state where she's helpless, and Selvis would actually turn her into a puppet. But I also think you can actually give this potion to other people, and they end up being being killed and turned into puppets. I think the storyline for Selvis is eventually he will try to go, because he's obviously been working under Ronnie, and Ronnie's also a puppet. That's very, very interesting, and I think he would try to actually do that to Ronnie as well. I think if you follow the quest line, I think you try to do it to Ronnie, but end up failing, and Selvis ends up getting killed as a result. There's also the whole thing about Blythe being called to do something else, and this might be what he was called to do. In any case, let's take a look at the gear we picked up. Alright, trousers of the magic preceptors who serve the Carrion Royals, black and perfectly discreet. Long bright blue gown with the movements of the stars drawn upon it, worn by the magic preceptors who serve the Carrion Royals. Glintstone sorcerers are the descendants of astrologers, a fact that the Carrions remain aware of, even if their fate has been long severed from the stars. A large hat with the movements of the stars drawn on the inside of the brim, worn by same people, increases mind to the detriment of stamina. Glintstone sorcerers are the descendants of astrologers. Yep, same stuff. Okay. We also got a ball bearing, which allows us to buy stuff from him. Okay, nothing special there. Oh, by the way, we've got this ball bearing a while back. We can actually buy Ghost Glove warts if we want to, but only up to tier 3, which is not helpful. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk to him. Alright, Jar White Puppet, one of Selvis's puppets. Spirit of a man who wished to become the innards of a living jar. A jar-hurling specialist who throws all manners of pots and jars. The warrior jar once told the nameless man this: "You are not yet ready to join the warriors inside. No, you must apply yourself, better yourself, and one day I will return for you." And then Finger Maiden Theralina Puppet. Spirit of Finger Maiden who never met the Tarnished who she was meant to guide. Uses healing incantations in holy water pots, but she is not a fighter by nature and is ill-suited to battle. A maiden without a tarnish without a maiden, and yet no guide to bring them together. So I believe this is the woman that was dead at the very, very beginning that was supposed to be your maiden. So I think the result is Selvis hired, or I think Vare's the one that killed her, because Vare's the first person that's like, hey, guess what, you have no maiden. And either Selvis was the one that hired him or told him to do it, or he just took advantage of the situation and took the body to make a puppet out of. I don't know. there are plenty of lore videos that go into huge details. I'm just kind of giving you my thoughts just from what I've read and come up with. Anyway, so I know I'm supposed to go to the tower, but I'm actually going to go say hello to EG because we haven't talked to him yet. We have no idea where Blight went. Hey, EG.
Oh, there you are. Good of you to drop by. Have you heard? Lady Rani has departed on her journey along the dark path of Empyrean, from Rena's Rise, as she calls it. It would not have been possible without you. As Lady Rani's war counselor, and moreover, her childhood warden, I express my deepest gratitude. You and only you were Lady Rani's true champion. My purpose is nearing its end. I've served Lady Rani for as long as I can remember. It has been a long and wondrous journey. Now Lady Rani is in your hands. I pray that you serve her well, unto the very end. Lady Rani has departed along the dark path of Empyrean. Now, Lady Rani, I pray that you...
Okay. So, go back up here. We'll go to Ronnie's Rise. Alright, pardon me, coming through. Alright, so now we go to this tower where the light was pointing us. Hey, did not notice you before. Chilling Mist. Alright, usable in melee armaments. It can actually provide the cold affinity. Chilling Mist, coat armament in frost, then slash, spreading a frigid mist forwards. The armament retains its frost for a while. So kind of neat. We haven't had much opportunity to mess around with Frostbite. There's some decent abilities you can get early on, but beyond that, there's not very much in the form of actual spells or enchants you can really take too much advantage of. So yeah, the barrier that we saw from a distance is no longer here. So we're going to go ahead and climb on up here. And there's actually a chest here. It has Snow Witch hat, robe, and skirt. Witch's pointed hat, frigid and frozen through, of a style associated with practitioners of heretical sorcery. Strengthens cold sorcery, once worn by the snowy crone who the young Rennie encountered deep in the woods. She was a witch and well versed in cold sorceries. It is said that the doll that houses Ronnie's soul was modeled after her. That old witch was Ronnie's secret mentor. Alright, same thing. Yeah, witch's robe and color of snow. And then the skirt. Yep, that's about it. Okay. So yeah, now we can actually get ourselves a fancy hat, some robes, and then the skirt. There you go. And then this we can change to something else if we really want to. But again, it just pulls up the sleeve, so you end up kind of screwed either way. Alright. And oddly enough, the shoes are just... the skirt is the shoes, apparently. So, we go barefoot. Alright. Now we are Ronnie Witch. So, yeah, up here we got a portal. Could this be a bird's eye telescope? I didn't even know that was something you could specify in the messages. I don't think we've ever bothered using the bird's eye telescopes. They're not really that useful. It essentially gives you a bird's eye view of the area around you, but it's just super limited. Alright, Ansel River, Maine. So now we're all the way over here. Just in case, we're going to pop this. Yep. Miniature Ronnie. Alright, let's read up on Miniature Ronnie. Doll resembling Ronnie the Witch. Doll resembling Ronnie the Witch. From head to toe, every detail is perfect. This unresponsive doll seems pleasantly cool. Go ahead and rest. And we can talk to Miniature Ronnie. We can talk to Miniature Ronnie. We can talk to Miniature Ronnie.
Oh, a dogged fellow, aren't we? Or is it merely thy habit to talk to dolls? Fine. Fine. I hadn't expected any soul to recognize me in this guise. But now the cat is out the bag. I cannot allow thee thy freedoms. Perform for me a service as recompense. Eliminate the baleful shadows which prowl these lands. The name of Rani the Witch is already sullied by thee. I will not brook disobedience in this matter. Perform for me as eliminate the name of Rani. I will not.
Alright. Now, supposedly, as you rest in Graces, you can actually talk to her, and she'll actually give you a lot of exposition. Unfortunately, the way I played was I essentially tried to take advantage of the refreshes from just fighting enemies, and avoid sitting at any Graces to avoid respawns, and so I missed a lot of them. So I'll probably be trying to sit on Graces more often through this particular area. But before we do that, I'm actually going to go ahead and go back to the Table of Lost Grace. I'm going to go ahead and turn in those ball bearings and see if we can get any fancy spells from Celavis. Okay, so from Thop we can get his spells that are not that special besides the light one. So yeah, for Celavis you can get Freezing Mist. Yeah, Freezing Mist, sorcery said to have been used by the old Snow Witch. Releases a cold mist before the caster. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Charging enhances range of mist. The Snowy Crone taught the young Rani to fear the dark moon as she imparted her cold sorcery. And then Ice Crag. The Glintstone serves as a conduit, launching a mass of cold magic. This sorcery can be cast repeatedly and while in motion. The Snowy Crown taught the young Rani to fear the dark moon and has imparted her cold sorcery. Carrying Retaliation. Swing your staff to dispel incoming sorceries and incantations, using their power to retaliate with glint blades. This was the Carrion royal family's secret means to prepare against the disloyalty of the Academy. The moon and stars would one day go their separate ways. And then Carrion Phalanx creates a defensive arc of numerous magic glint blades overhead, which automatically attack nearby foes. An enhanced version of the glint blade sorcery used by enchanted knights. I'll go ahead and grab Ice Crag. It's an interesting little spell. I believe that was the spell the invader here was casting, I think, but I'm not entirely certain. So let's replace Comet Shard with Ice Crag. And I'm going to go ahead and drop Crystal Torrent because I have not been using it. That'll give us some variety that the Mimic should be able to take advantage of. Alright, so we need to go to Ansel River Main. Obviously this is part of the same area as the well depths here. We're not going to know much of the area until, because I'm not going to bother getting the map. Alright. Right, summoning point. And we can spirit summon here. Oh, hello. Yeah, so this area is a bit tough. Yeah, these are tough. Holy cow. I think they're resistant to magic is also the issue. And then there's this guy who knows a lot of gravity magic and does that anytime you're within line of sight. It has extremely long range. That actually hit me, by the way. Yeah. Alright. I think that's a Death Blossom. Poke. Alright, well, more of those guys. Hopefully, if only I had a tree and a friend. Alright, well, how does the spell work against them? Oh, much better. Yeah, they're just resistant to magic. And I'm pretty sure these rocks are doing impact damage, which is great against solid foes like them. Claim in Ashes. Ghost Glove Wort 6, so we can upgrade. Oh, by the way, there's a bunch of flowers here. Alright. Okay, these are not doing death, they're doing madness. Not really an issue. I'm gonna go ahead and drink. Alright, thank you for the refresh. Alright, so the good news is we have an answer for the magic to use against these guys. Frost will probably not do much better. It'll eventually do a bunch of extra damage just through Frostbite, but beyond that it's not going to be very useful. Alright, let's go ahead and aggro you guys. Like to do the roly-poly. Hey, how about you not do that? All right, so yeah, we're at the point. We're definitely in a higher level area at this point. So the good news is we'll hopefully find ourselves some upgrade materials that we need. We'll definitely be upgrading the mimic tier as we go along. Just coming on through. Seven and 6. Okay, yeah, we can get our mimic tier to reasonable levels now. Nice. Smithing stone 7. Alright. So yeah, we officially... I didn't mean to drink twice. I think I did by accident. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah. With that, we could upgrade our staff. And use that if we want to. I haven't decided if I'm going to yet. Oh, you're a spellcaster. Okay, thank you for the refresh. Pop that. Another glove ward 7. Okay, so I believe this is progression. Formic rock. And now we got the ants. So the ants on this side are extremely dangerous. They do tons of damage. Kill them fast. Yeah! Alright. Alright, so there's the flying ones. Then you have this flying one. And then there's the shield one. God, how far is that? How far away is that thing? So these things essentially have a shield up front. It's super annoying. But if you happen to get them while they're attacking, or get around their shield, it actually hurts them quite a bit. Alright, gold rune 10. Go that way. Or we can go down this way. So, this area has apparently that guy who has a scythe. Old Palace Ruins. Alright, so you can see the bad guy there. And alright, so we're probably going to go back to here at some point. Yeah, I'm going to just come back from back here later. That'll actually get us somewhat in line to where the original tunnel's at, and that's not where we want to go. Alright, so I'm going to try to get to Grace if I can. Hopefully there's one up ahead. Alright, Noxtella, the Eternal City. Night Underground? Got a ladder here. There's mounted ants now. That are being mounted by the those guys. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a seat here. Hit this summon sign while we're at it. Our summon pool.
Let us speak of the past a while. I was once an Empyrean, of the demigods. Only I, Mikola, and Melania could claim that title. Each of us was chosen by our own two fingers, as a candidate to succeed Queen Marika, to become the new god of the coming age, which is when I received Blythe, in the form of a vassal tailored for an Empyrean. But I would not acquiesce to the two fingers. I stole the rune of death, slew mine own Empyrean flesh, casting it away. I would not be controlled by that thing. The two fingers and I have been cursing each other ever since, and the baleful shadows are their assassins. I turned my back on the two fingers, and we have each been cursing the other since. The baleful shadows.
Right. Alright, so last thing. We'll go ahead and at the very least I'll upgrade the Mimic Tear. I may go ahead and upgrade the staff as well.
Greetings, are you here for spirit?
Spirit tuning. So 8,000 to get the +6. 9,200 for +7. Alright. So we need 8 and 9. We already have a 10. Once we get that maxed out, we'll be in good shape. In fact, let's go ahead and... we don't really need Godric Soldier Ashes anymore. We'll go ahead and just remove them. And yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade the staff. Let's start getting that going. Alright, so we can't really compare it with the meteorite stuff doesn't even show up, so we can't even compare it. So yeah, boost full moon sorceries. So right now it's at 212 scaling, and our staff is 244. Now the reason why you generally want to keep it is because it also boosts gravity sorcery by like 10% or something like that, which is pretty significant. But even with that in mind, this scepter will still end up going the distance. Yeah. Oh, actually, it's at plus. It's right now at +4. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and upgrade. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll go ahead and do 9. Alright, and then we can compare. So that's 244, and this is 274. And it's going to get better, of course, as we up our intelligence. Oh, and we just barely have enough intelligence to actually wield it properly now, so we got that going for us. So there you go. I can try doing some compare and contrast, but this will also make it so our regular glintstone sorceries are better as well, because it just affects it. It overall has better sorcery scaling. So our gravity magic might be a little bit weaker, but that's okay. Anyway, so with all that said, I'll go ahead and teleport back to here and then call it. We got a ways to go before we can do everything we need to do. So I am Depressed Dior. This was Elden Ring. I'll see you guys later.